Welcome back to the IBFP. Here's your host, Boxing New.
Terence Crawford officially ducks Jaron Boots Ennis. And look, let's break it down honestly and objectively as possible. And Terence Bud Crawford's trainer, Brian Bomac McIntyre, has come out and made an interesting statement about Jaron Ennis, rejecting any potential fights with Jaron Ennis. When he was asked, will they have an interest in fighting Jaron Ennis? Will they fight Jaron Ennis? He said no. He does not bring anything to the table. He's got our leftovers. Then he goes on to state that Bud is looking for bigger and better fights so he can etch his name in concrete forever. So he's basically saying that he's rejecting any potential Jaron Boots Ennis fight because these guys are looking at legacy. They're looking at history. They want to be great. But this is all cap. I got a lot of love and respect for Bud Crawford. He's an excellent fighter. This guy likes to fight, big fights, and I'm not mad at him. But the problem is that he's not searching for legacy. He's searching for a payday. And this is a duck because you would fight a lesser fighter for more money than you would fight a guy like Jaron Boots Ennis because you can't get the money. And at the end of the day, if you fight like that, that's a duck. You got to take on the best fighters. Think about it like this. Terence Crawford said he'd be willing to fight Tank Davis at 147 because that's a money fight. He knows that Tank Davis is not dangerous to him. He knows he can wipe the floor with Tank Davis. But he won't fight Boots because that's a dangerous opponent and he can't get that amount of money. Here's the funny thing. So you're willing to fight Tank Davis at 147 but not Boots Ennis? They're rejecting a Boots Ennis fight right now. But if Tank Davis said he would fight him at 147, Bud Crawford would take the fight immediately. You got to keep the same energy. You can't ask Canelo Alvarez to fight David Benavidez, but not Terence Crawford to fight Boots Ennis. At the end of the day, we're keeping the same energy. You got to fight your mandatories. And not only that, if Terence Crawford is moving up in weight and doesn't want to fight Boots Ennis or anybody else, why do you still have the belts? The fact that he's still holding on to the belts means you're a player in the division. It means you're still attached to 147. The fact that you're saying that you're willing to fight Tank Davis at 147, which means you're still willing to campaign at 147. At the end of the day, you're holding the belts, you're willing to fight Tank Davis, but you're ducking Jaron Boots Ennis. Make that make sense. Terence Crawford already said Jaron Boots Ennis deserves a title shot. Those are not my words. Those are Terence Bud Crawford's words. Unfortunately, this is officially a duck. The fact that you're willing to fight Tank and not Boots makes this a duck. You got to step up and find your nuts.